Hey guys, Devin with Pure Movement Fitness. Um, just got done with week 2 of the keto diet. I'll give you guys a little update here. So, I weighed myself this morning and I am down 1 pound this week. And before you start going, oh my gosh, that's a drastic difference between last week and this week. And yeah, that's true. Yes, last week I lost 8 pounds, and this week I only lost two or one. Um, there's a couple of things that we have to take into consideration. Is at the beginning of any diet, whether that be a traditional diet or a fad diet, um, at the first week is always a lot more drastic of weight loss than the following weeks. And this is where I see a lot of people actually fall off the wagon, is because the first week we lose a lot of water weight, and then it's not a whole lot of actual fat loss. Sure, there's a little bit, you can see the inches come off, and but it's not actual like fat. So because the body is made for survival, that is what it is made for. And in the seasons of plenty, that's when our body would store up and get all these readily available energy stores, and then use that first before actually tapping into the fat stores itself. So when it comes to like a season of when there's not enough and there's not as much, then that's when you would tap into the fat stores. So in other words, your body is very reluctant to give its fats up, because it's waiting for those moments of famine and times where food isn't as readily available. So am I saying that we should just starve ourselves? No, 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 no. Don't starve yourself, because what we find is that when there's rapid weight loss, and that kind of brings me to my second thing. Slow weight loss is not a bad thing. Rapid weight loss is the best way to set yourself up for massive gains as soon as you become a little bit more lenient on your diet, or you don't quite work out as much as you previously have in the past, because your body's used to being at this higher percentage of body fat, and all of a sudden when it's low it starts to freak out and think that there's not very much food available. So then um, we got to be more lenient on our energy stores. So when that happens, like say the holiday season, through Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, where we tend to let our diet slip a little bit, that's when we would see the gain, and it's really, really discouraging. So slow weight loss is not a bad thing in the slightest. So, and if it is, it usually means that it's not water weight. It usually means it's fat. So, and we're going to see long lasting changes in these areas. So, with that being said, we've got to make sure that, okay, but not completely just throw that all out and say, okay, 8 pounds last week, 1 pound this week. Is there something in the diet that is not quite right? So, we need to just go back to basics and just write down everything that we eat, and um, calculate all the macros, and just make sure, are we still in that 70% fat, 20% protein, 5% carbs? Are we still in that area? And if we are, great. If we're not, okay, well, there's our problem. We need to reassess. So just because we don't see as much progress as we have in the past does not mean that it doesn't work and that we need to stop our diet immediately. What's the point? It means that we need to reassess and say, okay, am I doing something wrong? Am I being lenient in some areas? Let's get back to basics, and let's make sure that this is still working. So, I will keep you guys updated on how it goes, and I'll see you guys next week.